Hello, guys. My name is Elina, and I'm the Lead Generation and Digital Marketing Officer here at Odoo. Can everyone hear me? Yes. Yes, perfect. Thank you. So today we're going to focus on marketing, marketing for partners, and what Odoo can do to assist you. So I think one of the hardest things about doing this presentation was to figure out what I wanted to say to you guys. Marketing is very broad, and we only have 20 minutes to talk about this. So in the end, I decided to focus on these topics here. The marketing funnel, so just to quickly go through the funnel and the stages within it. And then talk about a little bit about lead generation and lead nurturing, and the marketing tactics that you can pursue within marketing to help you be more successful in generating and nurturing your leads. And finally, what Odoo can do to assist you with your marketing strategy. So, well, to start with, I guess some of you are official partners, maybe potential partners. Can you actually raise your hand if you are an official partner? All right, quite a few. Good. So as you know, this is a partnership, and you as both partners and potential partners are part of our Odoo family. So your success is also important to us because it's also our success. So moving on to the marketing funnel. This is generally the basic idea of a marketing funnel. Some of you might be familiar with it, some of you not. But it's basically what it is a visualization of an understanding of how your leads turn into customers. There are several ways to look at the marketing funnel. Some of them have more stages, some of them less. This is a pretty basic one, and I liked it because it has nice colors and nice little explanations around it. But what we want to talk about before we go into the different stages of the funnel, is basically what to think about before working on the strategy of your marketing funnel. And the key here is to look at who is your target audience. And this is important because, well, your target audience will be very different based on who you're going after and what type of company you are, of course. And you want to ask yourself the right questions. Now, these questions might not be the same for everyone, but these are sort of general questions of how you can find out who your ideal customer is. So what is their age group? Where are they located? Are they a young startup or a established enterprise that's been around for many years with 3,000 employees? And what is the company culture? Or sometimes the culture of the company. And based on the answers of these questions, you can get a better idea of how you'd like to strategize yourself. It's sometimes a little bit more difficult for business-to-business companies rather than B2C, but nonetheless, it's important to try to have a good idea of this. Once you know who you're actually going after, you come back to look at the marketing funnel. And so the top layer, the awareness layer, is where the lead generation happens. So this is kind of like casting out a large net, a broad net, and trying to get as many leads as you can into your net. And what you want to do is get them into the funnel, and then hopefully, further along the way, you can manage to drag them along far enough to get them to the end goal. For the awareness, we'll go more into that later, but this is basically where you can have a larger mix of tactics before your leads come in and they turn to the interest stage. Now, the interest stage is where basically your potential leads become your leads. And this is also the beginning of the nurturing stage. So once your leads are in here, you can start to build a relationship with them. Now, after you build your relationship and you continue nurturing them, it comes to consideration. And this is what we call qualified leads. And also they can be seen as potential customers. Moving on to the next stage is intent. Now here, we also start mixing in the salespeople. Because here you have people that are already considering buying your product or your service. So yes, it's also good to keep marketing still involved, but this is really where maybe you want to do a sales demo or have a salesperson meet with a potential customer. Now then, after that, we let sales do their thing and hope for the best. So coming up to the some of the tactics you can go for throughout the marketing funnel, both lead generation and lead nurturing. So starting with lead generation, we have two types generally of lead generation, inbound and outbound approaches. And inbound, the inbound approach is more subtle, I guess you can say. So then you're getting the leads or potential customers to come to you. And this is done more with providing content or helpful, entertaining, useful information and content to your potential customer. Whereas outbound is more getting to as many people as possible. It doesn't really matter necessarily if they're interested or not. You just want to reach as many people and then see what happens. Hopefully get a good return. And so starting with the inbound approaches, more to your right, we have, first of all, the content and SEO. Start with content because content has become more and more important when it comes to especially inbound approach. Because with all the information that's out there today, especially online, a lot of buyers and potential customers are becoming self-directed. So they do a lot of the research beforehand, before even reaching out to your company, before coming a lead. They prefer knowing more about what they potentially want to buy before becoming involved in our whole funnel. And another important part of the content is that it provides SEO. So that is search engine optimization. And the higher level of SEO you have, the more likely it is that your potential customers will come across your content. And with all the contents out there, digital content specifically, it's become very important to have high quality. So make sure when you're looking at your content strategy to choose high quality over quantity. It's also because, for example, search engines like Google, they equate high quality content with high quality websites. So in turn, you're going to get a better SEO ranking. Okay. Other than your content generally, another important thing is blogs. A lot of companies now have blogs on website, whether it's an actual traditional blog or stories, any written content that is both useful and informative, but also considered entertaining of sorts. These blog contents are easy for people to find. So if you do some good SEO work, they'll come up more often, and then people can start linking to your blog. And these links will also bring you higher up in the SEO ranking. To move on with the blogs and to connect it with social media, a lot of these can be used for social media. And as we all know, everyone uses social media a lot. And that also combines with the new, or newish, self-directed buyer. So not only are people using social media, Facebook, Twitter, just to keep up with friends and chat, but also to find out more information about products. What do other people have to say about it? Peer reviews and influencers. And you don't want to miss out on that. So even if you have great content and a great blog, well, people actually have to know about it. Now we come more to, let's say, outbound approaches. So email marketing events. Email marketing, people have divided opinions about it. It's still used a lot today. I'm sure most of you still do some email marketing. I know we do quite a bit of it. And for this outbound approach, it's easy, it doesn't take a lot of effort, and it can reach a lot of people. The problem is that most of the time it's hard to find the right return on investment metric, and it's not as easy to measure. But at the same time, considering the amount of effort that goes into it, it's still very useful. And again, all these sort of combine. So with email marketing, you can combine it with your content, with your blogs, with your social media to make sort of a hub of marketing information. Now for the events, we're all here, and this is quite a good example of using event as marketing. And it's always good to have a mix of inbound and outbound strategies, and marketing for using events, is a great way to get in front of your audience, of your target, and not only to explain your product or clarify the functionalities, but also just to make connections. And I think most importantly is that there's no better advertisement than well, positive words from a customer. So here in coming to an event, then I'm speaking to someone that's already a Odoo customer and is very happy. You probably take their word over mine. So events are great. Now, coming back to, actually, I forgot about that. Sorry about that. The website, so I skipped one. So the website and landing page, all of this is great, getting content out there, getting more people to know about your product, but you have to get them to your actual website and to the landing page. So you want the leads not only to know about you, to get to your website, but you want one to convert. So for this, you need to have a call to action. And this is basically, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's to encourage people to sign up for a newsletter, to do a demo, free trial, you name it. It's whatever you want them to do. And what's important here is that it is clear, it is well located, and for a lot of websites, sometimes it's hard to find because there's a lot of clutter on the website. So keeping it super clean and well organized is, well, it makes it easier to find the CTA and makes it more likely for your leads to actually convert. And I just included this here because it's a personal favorite of mine, directing a lead to your CTA. And this is just an example from Sunsilk. So they were trying to figure out what was the best strategy for them. And they tried these two pictures you see here. And on the first one, the girl is looking at us, go forward. And as you can see through the heat mapping here, yeah, people pay a little bit attention to her. Sure, they'll read what it says up there, but what about the product? But as soon as they have the girl look at the product, then it changes. So the red is more activity. And people look at her, oh, what is she looking at? And so they check out exactly what it is that you want them to check out. And then they read and it makes more sense. Just another thing that I happen to like. Anyway, on to lead nurturing. So lead nurturing is once they already become leads, they're already in your database. This is just a step that helps them, well, because if we look at the funnel, yes, you might get a lot of people into the funnel through the lead generation, but it's not that easy to necessarily keep them there. So that's where it comes to lead nurturing. And as we already talked about content being important, and we talked about email marketing, so kind of combining these two, it's very different to do outbound campaigns for lead generation than it is for more targeted campaigns for lead nurturing. So here you can use your content and really target specific groups. And this, well, it's more, you can find groups that and provide the right information that's relevant specifically to this group, rather than just trying to sell everyone, bubblegum. And well, the important thing when looking at the email marketing, yes, it's easier than a lot of other marketing efforts, but there are basically 5 things that I find very important to look at. First of all, it's not to spam your leads. So to build trust, you really are not popular if they feel like they're being spammed. The other thing is having relevant content. No one really wants to receive emails that seem quite out of the blue. Like for a marketing person to receive an invitation to a programming event, not really relevant. And the other thing is keep it conversational. So instead of just putting your content out there saying, hey, this is what I have, now you buy it, trying to keep it more like you're talking to them. You want them to feel like you're not sending out 200 emails just like this, but just one to you. And of course, strategic. So there has to be a way to measure your efforts. Otherwise, well, you never know if it's worth continuing doing what you're doing or not. Multi-channel nurturing, I'm just going to quickly go over that. It basically is just because, like we said, there's a lot of noise out there. So instead of being the best at tweeting and only focusing all your efforts on one thing. It just means try to be on as many channels as you can. Be out there, be available, be noticeable. And then, my favorite today, marketing automation. Is there someone here that uses Odoo marketing automation already? No? Oh, all right. Okay, well, it's one of our oldest apps in Odoo. I've used it quite a bit, and it was fine. So basically, it's just, well, it allows you to automate your emails. So instead of having someone write the same emails over and over again, so for example, someone turns to a lead, they give your information on the website, instead of literally a person being there and writing, it's just the system that sends out specific emails. And the reason I'm excited is because today in V11, this is awesome. And I don't know if you heard it in the keynote speech, but there's a separate talk about it, I think later this afternoon, by Jeffrey, on specifically this app. And it's very useful, not only for marketing, but definitely for marketing. So I advise you to check that out. Just some statistics that I found, because, well, just to show how important lead nurturing is. So on average, 50% of the leads in the system are not ready to buy yet. Almost 80% of them never become sales. Companies that excel at lead nurturing generate 50% more sales-ready leads at a 30% lower cost, and nurtured leads make 47% larger purchases. So as you can see, lead nurturing is quite important. Now we come to the main thing, I guess. What can Odoo do to assist you? So as you might know, we have a lot of digital content out there. So there's some on our website, free, and some paid for. But the Odoo user documentation is available on our website and can be useful both for partners as well as your end users. I know I use it quite a lot because it's easy to read. It makes Odoo seem, well, it is easy, but it's easy to do without having anyone to help you or with any prior knowledge. The white papers, I don't know if you're aware of them, but they're also on our website. So these are comparison papers. And they show how Odoo can compete with the big SAPs out there. The roadshows, has anyone participated in a roadshow, Odoo roadshow? Yes, couple? Okay, great. So we usually have about 2 of these a year, and they usually are around the time where we have a new release, a new version, or something new exciting happening, a new app of some sort. But basically, it's mostly for the new versions. So these are for, well, Odoo and our partners to combine our marketing efforts and come together in our partnership. And this is one of the most rewarding marketing efforts that we make, so our biggest return on investment. And hopefully those who have participated agree with me. But from this, we get a lot of qualified leads. And usually within 5 months, you close several deals. So if you haven't participated already, I definitely would advise you to look into it. Well, we have free webinars on our website. And now, I don't know if you have seen them, but we have quite a lot of live streaming. So that's where we have experts from Odoo, from different fields within Odoo, sit basically in front of a camera, and you can ask real-time questions. And this happens, well, it's been happening pretty much every week, but we'll see. But it will definitely be useful because you can get exactly what you want, the answers that you need, from the expert directly in real time. Now for us, the dedicated Odoo team, hopefully you work closely with your account managers already. But apart from them, we also have us, the marketing team. And I don't think I worked with many of you yet, but we're always happy to help. And me and my colleagues have a booth upstairs, so if you want to come chat with us later, then feel free to do so. And which brings me to our customer and partner success stories. This is basically what they look like. I don't know, maybe I've worked with some of you on these. Yes. But these are, well, sort of my project, and I quite enjoy working on them, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. These are basically, well, it's us as Odoo, making a further partnership and extended it into marketing. So these customer or partner success stories are a great marketing and sales tool. And we'd love to work on more on them with you. So basically what we do is that we team up with a partner. These are just 2 examples. And we write the story together on behalf of their end user. So they choose their end user, you as a partner, and together we write a customer success story. Now, it doesn't take a lot of effort, it doesn't take a lot of time, and it can be a very strong marketing tool. Not only do we use this for social media, so we promote it on all our social media channels, but I also use it for outbound marketing. So both your name as a partner and your customer names goes everywhere. Our outbound marketing campaigns, they're not just in Europe, they're Asia, US, Pacific, so you name it. And just to show you sort of how useful you can be, for example, this one behind me here, no, that one, Legumium. This is one of the customer success stories that I wrote and published in June. So it's only been about 4 months since we published it. And we've had over 3,000 visitors on this page directly. And that means about 750 visitors per month, which for some marketing effort that doesn't take that much time, is completely free. Well, I would say that's pretty damn good. So we've already started doing a few of these, and I'd love to work with more of you on these. So if you're interested, then I'd be happy to discuss this further with you after the presentation or at any point during this event. Now, as we're running out of time, just a quick conclusion. As we talked about with self-directed buyer, content is literally the fuel that drives your marketing campaigns. Without content, it becomes hard to push marketing campaigns. It's important to build credibility, to build trust. With all the information, with all the noise out there, you really want your customers, your clients to be able to trust your brand. It doesn't take much to blemish your brand, but it also is easy to pull yourself up. So don't forget to take advantage of what Odoo can offer you. We're always happy to help because we're in a partnership, we're in this together, so your success is ours too. So thank you very much. Oh, I forgot. Are there any questions? Sorry. Yeah?
I think Odoo needs to put more effort on marketing verticals. Like focus on different verticals and have like documentation or any sort of content on the website that we can use to promote, let's say, Odoo in the hospitality sector.
Yes. Absolutely, and I definitely.
All the different verticals, because I guess this is very important, and other companies other than Odoo do that.
Yes, and I totally agree with you, and that's sort of what we're trying to do. We now are expanding our marketing team, so we're able to put more effort into doing this. We've been trying it so far, but it does take a lot of time, and we also have to get people to work with us. So, but that is definitely the plan.
The partners would definitely help you if you ask. That's my opinion.
Well, I'm sure quite a lot of the partners have received emails from me, so if they get back to me, that'd be awesome. I'm ready. So. Yeah?
For the success story, does the customer need to use the enterprise?
Sorry?
Does the customer need to use enterprise for success story?
No, we also have it with online.
No, but like
Our community. We haven't been doing community so far, but now with V11 and SH, a lot of things are going to change. So that's definitely an option. Anything else?
Yeah. Well, thank you.
No, thank you.